good? Are we sure, Andy? Because last time I asked, you wasn't.
I'm good.
All right. Women produce conception. Take one.
I really want to shine a light and celebrate being a woman. It's such a celebratory thing, and I'm just so glad that like God has given me this gift and put me in this body to do these amazing things. Conception is the way that I've been able to wrap my mind around it. This is the place where seeds are planted, and you know, a lot of times we go back to our childhood for this kind of stuff. But the truth is, all throughout our life, like we grab a hold to ideas or concepts or principles, and then we try to like incorporate those things into our lives. For me, just kind of going back, sitting back and like really thinking about who I am, where I come from, how I've gotten here. I've gone through conception at many stages in my life. But I've been reminded as of late of where I started at, because in my childhood, there were so many amazing ideas that I had, so many thoughts of really changing the world that I had, and somewhere along the lines in life, I mean, I didn't lose them all completely, but you know, things change. Like, you gotta be an adult, and so now I'm like, these things are being refreshed and kind of taking a hold of me again, and I'm trying to figure out like where they came from. And I'm realizing a lot of stuff has been there since childhood. So conception for me is really just taking a look at where the notions came from, where the ideas came from. And I want to be clear, that's not always good, that's not always bad. Like I've had to deal with some of the notions that I had, or some of the ideas that I had about a thing that was absolutely incorrect, especially when you start talking about like your identity and your confidence. Sometimes you walk around your whole life like thinking a certain way about yourself, viewing yourself a certain way, and that came from childhood, from a childhood trauma, from a childhood relationship, and it's not true. And now you got to trace that thing back, you got to hunt that thing down, and you got to try to rectify it, because these concepts and these ideas and these notions, this is what builds the foundation for who we are, what we do, and why we do what we do.
You know what I'm saying? Southwest? It's Southwest? You know what I'm saying? The place that raised me? What's up? What's up? So, the Southwest definitely has a certain kind of connotation to it when you tell people this is where you from. But I would be doing my parents a disservice if I acted like I grew up the same way other people grew up in A-Leaf. So A-Leaf is definitely diverse in the fact that you got Spice Lane, but you also got like Huntington Village. So like I didn't grow up rough personally. Now like I had homies and like I heard about it, and it's like, you know what I'm saying, always a couple streets away. But I didn't grow up like in the Spice Lanes and the Bissonnettes of A-Leaf. I grew up in a very safe and sound environment.
Tell me a little bit about your support from your parents and how that has impacted you.
Man, I would never, ever be able to convey like just how important support from my parents have been. And to be honest with you, because I've always had it, and you know, just something I was born into, I don't really think that I truly have a good grasp and an understanding of it. Like, it's just a thing that I have, and I've never gone without it. So I don't even think I have a real appreciation of it. But like always having somebody in the stands rooting for you at every turn in your life is just, it's invaluable. And I just genuinely like could never put the amount of words to get like a thank you. It's just not enough.
Oh, you had mold them out. Even my parents used to say,
Chatty
y'all let her talk to y'all like that? I'm like, she just talking.
I mean, it wasn't disrespectful.
No,
right?
not at all.
I'm trying to say myself. It wasn't disrespectful.
Not at all. It was just
Like nonstop.
just talking.
Asked a lot of
Asked
questions.
a lot of questions, opinionated about things that
And spoke
perhaps,
your mind.
A 5-year-old really shouldn't be opinionated about, or at least shouldn't mention it.
The greatest thing that like I adore and I'm just so thankful from my mom is the fact that she like always let me be me. And I'm not saying like recklessly like let me be me, because as a parent you need to parent, but as a mother you need to like lead by example. What I'm saying is like I'm different, and I know I'm different, and I didn't just start being different. I've been different like this since I got here. And if my mama would have folded to the pressures of like what other people said or thought, then you wouldn't have this version of me. Now don't get it twisted. She had me down there in Girl Scouts, and she had me, in skirts at least twice a week. So I'm your first kid, your first daughter. Oh, did y'all find out beforehand that I was a girl?
I already knew you was a girl. I'm serious.
How'd you
So
know?
let me say this. Weird as it may sound, I dreamed about you before and knew what you looked like. So I could describe you before you came. And so when I told your dad, I say it's a girl, and I'll tell you what she looked like. He's like, no, it's not. No, that's the boy. Because everybody got to me, well, your belly point this way. It's a boy. If you go, I don't want to hear all that. I'm telling you what I'm having. So
Okay, so what was it like? I'm a different kind of girl, ma. And so what was it like? Me not being very typical pink ruffles, girly girl type stuff to say.
the apple don't fall far from the tree. Neither was I. So it was the way you were was natural and normal for me. I didn't wear pink bows and all that either. I climbed trees and ran, with the boys and played ball. I was not playing with the Barbie doll.
Yeah.
So.
What kind of flack did you get, from other people about it though?
About you?
Yeah.
Oh.
Don't say no names, man. Careful. Make sure I tell you, don't say no
We're gonna
names.
get sued? Okay.
This suit is just gonna cause tension. It's unnecessary.
Flack was more like, why do you let her wear her hair that way? Why do you do that? Why do you let her talk? This one is mine, and she want to do. And I love her hair, and it's gonna be just like this. We're not doing nothing extra to impress and be with the Joneses. I just didn't believe in doing that. So there was always some flack because there was a lot of girls in the family, and the other girls wore their hair different or straight or whatever it was, or they wore dresses or whatever. I mean, I let you be you.
No, I mean, you made sure, I was comfortable in dresses, but...
Yeah, you wore dresses, but it was not,
that was, extremely important to me because not only did... It wasn't just you allowing me, to be me, but it was me hearing you say these things, to these people. And it just gave me, another level of confidence.
You don't change you because everybody don't like what you wear or what you look like. You're a uniquely beautiful person, period. And that's how I believe. And so that's what, that's why I, put into y'all, because that's the way it is. Because if I'm tearing you up on the inside here, the world gonna eat you up outside. You are not prepared. So I gotta suit you up here.
I don't have enough time, to really go into all of the nuances of allowing your daughter to be rough around the edges or whatever that means to people. But also being the best example of womanhood and wife and mother, that I have. That's I don't have enough thank yous and enough time to go into the nuances of how that, made me who I am. I literally never believed that there was something I couldn't do. I genuinely felt like, and to this day feel like, anything I want to do, I can do. And I know for a fact that's because specifically you, and what you poured into me. So, thank you, Mom.
I know you damn near quaver though. Oh, come on now.
As I walk through things, and I'm like, yo, that was hard. Oh, snap. My mama did it with 7 kids. Oh, that was hard. Oh, my mama did it with 7 kids and a husband. and working full time. And it's like my level and my love and my appreciation for her is growing as I continue down into the journey of my womanhood. And like with that said, it's things that I want from my mama. Like I want my mom to know how much she's loved. I want my mom to know how much her sacrifices are and were appreciated. I want her to have the joy and the happiness that she has been responsible for giving for so many years. In short, I just want my mama to be happy. And I want her to have like a depth of happiness that just knows no bounds.